Part of that celebration today in the commemoration in Normandy will be the Red Arrows, who are flying again for the first time since 2019. This was a photograph of them appearing yesterday at the Midlands Air Show. They will be heading over the Channel to do a fly past over the new memorial in Normandy, it says here, a little later.
News of new gongs being handed out, and this perhaps won't be a surprise to many people, but I think it's worth a mention. Kateingham, who's headed or did head up the UK Vaccine Task Force. There was a Channel 4 documentary about this recently. Did you see it? Which was
really interesting.
Absolutely fascinating and really demonstrated her pivotal role in it all. She's there on the front page of the Telegraph this morning. She will be made a Dame in recognition of the work that she did.
Forces of nature, isn't she? Just a complete whirlwind.
Yeah, no, she's a phenomenal woman. Yeah. She's not there anymore, actually. She left the post, I think, at the end of the year, didn't she?
Talking about beach huts here, there's a lady called Vicky Gunn who's in the Observer here. She bought this beach hut back in a year or two back. I'm just trying to see where it is. My eyes are not very good.
Do you want me to read it for you,
Walton on the Naze. I have a contact lens in one eye and not in the other, but the contact lens eye is closest to the paper, so I can't read it. It's in Walton on the Naze. This is Vicky anyway. She paid £10,000 for the beach hut. She just sold it last week for over £40,000. Such is the demand for beach huts.
Sorry, did you forget to put the other contact in?
No, I only wear one.
You only wear one?
So you can see the... Yeah, well, no, you don't care, do you?
OK, I didn't realise that was a
thing. You
thing.
can read distance and close that way, you see, except when you've got the paper close to the distance eye.
Then it's problematic.
Yeah.
Whatever, Rog. I love this story, actually. So this is a service I didn't know existed. It's called the National Ring Recovery Service. They've done a bit of a feature on it in the Sunday Express this morning.
Okay.
And it's been set up with volunteer detectorists all around the country who offer to help people who have lost, in particular, kind of jewellery, rings, I guess, is the thing that most commonly gets lost. And it was set up after this chap, Morley Howard, was detectoring on a beach, and somebody came up to him and said, I've lost my wedding ring. This guy here got to try and get it before the tide comes in.
Of course.
He located it within half an hour, and as a result of that had this idea to set up this service so that anyone who'd lost something valuable or sentimental to them could go. And apparently it is, well, according to the Express this morning, fast becoming the country's 5th emergency service. They have a 95% recovery rate. Call-outs are on the increase. And here are some of the stats that will interest you, right? It's estimated 24% of men and 14% of women lose their wedding rings. Now, why do more men lose their wedding rings than women? I do not know.
I've got mine now. If I lose it down the back of the sofa, we'll give Morley a call with his metal detector.
Absolutely.
Although I'm not sure it's made of metal. It was a bit cheap. This one's a good one. It's in the Sunday Times. It says, tailor your trash, plastic cups from festivals to be spun into clothes. So there's a growing trend, as we all know, for recycled plastics and things to be used and turned into clothes. So all that sea of rubbish that you often see at the end of festivals, or we used to back in the good old days, they'll come back again, I'm sure. There's a way now to turn them into clothes, which is a really good way of recycling.
Do you know, I was just having, because you have these days increasingly, don't you, you buy a cup for £1 and then you just go and get it reused, or you used to in the old days.
Yeah.
And so we've got a number of those kind of festival pint plastic cups that have just lasted, and they're great. Until yesterday, of course. What did for it?
Go on.
The dog.
Oh, good. Well,
so I think it went back to a festival we went to about 4 or 5 years ago, but once the dog got hold of it.
Were you serving it out to your guests as your sort of best glassware?
Pretty much. That's all that we're reduced to in our cupboard these days. I love them.